Doug Ford is here.
All right, well, I said this morning that this wouldn't last, and man, I was proven right. It would not last. So Mr. Ford, Premier of Ontario, gave a press conference today at 2 o'clock, and I'm going to show it to you in its entirety. I think it's important to watch, and well, here it is.
I believe the judge's decision is deeply concerning. I want to repeat that. I believe this judge's decision is deeply, deeply concerning, and the result is unacceptable to the people of Ontario. We are the ones who will ultimately have to face the people in an election, and it is the people who will be the ultimate judges of our performance. And we will live up to our responsibilities to protect the people. We have instructed our legal counsel to immediately commence appeal proceedings to the Ontario Court of Appeal. I have already called an emergency meeting of my cabinet to discuss this response, and I have notified the Lieutenant Governor our intention to bring back the legislature back this week. Our first order of business will be to reintroduce the Better Local Government Act, and with it, invoke Section 33 of the Constitution. My direction to our House Leader and Whip is to do what it takes to ensure that this law, which has already been passed once already, is reintroduced, voted on, and passed again on the quickest possible timetable. I also want to make it clear that we're prepared to use Section 33 again in the future. We're taking a stand. If you want to make new laws in Ontario or in Canada, you first must seek a mandate from the people, and you have to be elected. Because it is the people who will decide what is in their best interest for this great province.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ford, for standing up to activist judges who are obviously working against what Canadians want. Okay, so he mentioned Section 33 of the Charter of Rights and Freedoms, the Constitution Act 1982. So I didn't really know what that was. I mean, I've read through it, but it's not top of my head. So I'm going to read what the Act says, and then I'm going to give you the too long didn't read from Wikipedia. So bear with me. So Section 33(1), Parliament or the legislature of a province may expressly declare in an act of Parliament or of the legislature, as the case may be, that the act or provision thereof shall operate, notwithstanding a provision included in Section 2 or Section 7 to 15 of this Charter. And so if you want to read the rest of it, it governs it, and I'm going to explain, like, it governs how to use this exception to the Charter, I suppose. And so here it is. This is the Wikipedia page. Everything I talk about you can find in the description, links in the description. So the function, okay, the Parliament of Canada, a provincial legislature or territorial legislature may declare that one of its laws or part of a law applies temporarily, quote, notwithstanding, countermanding sections of the Charter, thereby nullifying any judicial review by overriding the Charter protections for a limited period of time. This is done by including a section in the law clearly specifying which rights have been overridden. A simple majority vote in any of Canada's 14 jurisdictions may suspend the core rights of the Charter. However, the rights to be overridden must be either a fundamental right guaranteed by Section 2, which this one falls under, a legal right guaranteed by Section 7 to 14, and you can go and look at what those are, links in the description, or Section 15, equality right. Other rights, such as Section 6, mobility rights, are invoidable. Okay, such a declaration lapses after 5 years or lesser time specified in the clause, although the legislature may reenact the clause indefinitely. So this law will automatically expire if nobody reenacts it, and then Toronto could potentially go back to governing their own wards, but that's not likely to happen if the Ford government stays in power for another term. So there's your quick primer on Section 33, not the Star Trek Section 33. Those guys love Dr. Bashir. But the Canadian Charter of Rights, Section 33, governing Toronto today. So it'll be 25 wards, guys. Get ready for that 25-ward mayoral election, Toronto. And check out Faith Goldie as well. She's a pretty good mayoral candidate, one of 35. So find out who's running. Find out who represents you. And find out who will stand up for you when activist judges attempt to make laws in our province. Thank you again, Mr. Ford.